My lovelies, it's finally time for Through the Grapevine, and today I'm pairing my favorites. Let's set up a movie night. A nice old classic movie with some wine and popcorn. So the snack option that I've chosen is popcorn, and I do have two different kinds, but popcorn is low on the budget. So I decided I would splurge a little on the wine, and I got a bottle of port. Dow's port to be exact, and this one is at the top of my favorites list. And this bottle of wine is actually going to run you about $170 to $190, give or take. Of course, when we talk about Through the Grapevine, we are experiencing the wines together, and we must start by reading the labels. Now, I'm very familiar with this, and I know that this is a family-owned business over 200 years. That is a lot of time, energy, family, and love over the many, many years to continue to craft this amazing bottle of wine. The label simply tells you about the flavors. So you have a peppery and spicy and fruity kind of flavor. They give you a little history on the family and the company at the back. And again, when you read the labels, you definitely get little conversation starters when you're serving or hosting with this wine. Also, I do want to point out that they bring their wine aged to perfection in this wine lodge that was built in 1825. Now, tell me that is not a conversation starter. With this wine, I always like to put it in the fridge 30 minutes before I'm ready to have it or to serve it. And I always open it ahead of time and let it breathe a little. Now, you can already get the aroma right here on the cork of this wine. And already a rich, bold, fruity flavor is the first experience that I'm having with this. Now, before we get to tasting, let me share a little bit about my wine glasses. Typically, port is supposed to be served or traditionally served in smaller glasses because it has such a bold flavor, and the alcohol percentage is usually like 19% alcohol. So drink with care. Now, today, I don't know if this is classified as a proper port wine glass, but it's proper for me because my grandmother actually gifted me these glasses when I was really young, and she didn't actually physically give them to me at that point. She basically pointed them out in her space saver, and if you don't know what a space saver is, please ask any Caribbean person because we're not here to talk about that today. But she pointed it out when I was young, and she said those two glasses belong to you. And to this day, more than 20 years later, I still have the glasses, and I thought I would share that experience with you today. Now, also about glasses and port wine, some people would say put it into an 8 to 10 ounce wine glass so that you can aerate the wine. And you know what I say, do what is right for you. So let's have a taste. A little bit for me, and of course a little bit for you. Right. Now, even though I got a little whiff off of the cork, now that it has been open for a little bit and gotten some air, the aroma is truly more fragrant from the glass. And yes, I am getting a little bit of those peppery notes that they talked about on the label. I'm also getting some vanilla and quite a lot of berries. Okay, let's taste. Now, something to note that this is a sweet wine. So typically it's a dessert wine, but you know, we're breaking all of the rules, and I am getting my pairing up with two types of popcorn. What I want to point out about this taste is that after the wine passes through, you get a really uplifting and burning sensation that's very pleasant. The mood that this wine sets, in my opinion, is one that's very relaxing and elegant. So I really like to sip this and watch my old movies. So today I have two types of popcorn. And one of these popcorns I discovered only today at the supermarket actually. And I really want to urge everybody to become adventurous in the snack aisle at the supermarket, because that is what we are here for. Through the Grapevine is not only about the wine, but all the different quick and easy snacks that you can pair things with. So I actually came across these salted caramel popcorn snacks. They didn't say popcorn, they said popcorn. And I thought the salt and sweet would be a really good pairing for this wine. And then I did traditional popcorn. You can do microwave popcorn. I'm a girl, like to cook my popcorn in the pot because I like the noise. I love the pop, pop, pop that it makes when I make popcorn. So let's try it first with the sweet. And let me tell you, this snack has the perfect balance of salt and sweet. Like as soon as it enters into your mouth, you get that sweetness and then that little tinge of salt. So they balance that salted caramel perfectly. And it is very reminiscent of pairing this port with a dessert. And just as a side note, I really like port and tiramisu, but that's a story for another time. So let's get into the traditional popcorn. I can't decide which is my favorite, so I think I'm gonna have both, but these are really good options. Now, when you're putting the salt on your popcorn, you can add as much salt as you like, bearing in mind that the wine has a sweet element to it, so you can balance this pairing as you see fit in terms of the salt on the traditional popcorn versus the sweet of the wine. So my lovelies, we have done yet another Through the Grapevine experience. We have paired Dow's Port, nice, sweet, rich flavor wine with some salted caramel popcorn and some traditional popcorn, playing on the salt and sweet. So if you're a salt and sweet kind of person, this is really a good pairing for you. Like I mentioned before, it is a really nice, easy go-to movie night snack, and I think it also makes for a really cute date night as well. Always a pleasure having you taste wine and have snacks with me. Please be sure to like, follow and subscribe right here on YouTube. Check out my Instagram and all the fun stuff that I do on TikTok. My lovelies, we're gonna have a sip after this. Bye. My lovelies, I heard through the grapevine that the reason why port is called port is because the grapes used to make this wine is grown in the Douro Valley of Portugal. Get it? Port, Portugal. And one other thing, when you're storing your port, the best way to do this is away from direct light and laying horizontally. So basically, lying down in the dark. Best way to store your port. Cheers.